So, over the course of the pandemic, I felt as though I lost a lot of connection with my friends. It felt harder for me to reach out to people. It felt harder for me to be honest with people. And so, by engaging in these interviews and asking these questions about platonic love, I'm just trying to clear the air and kind of understand what people are needing and wanting and how I can show up better as a friend. So hopefully this project kind of maybe helps you consider how you could be a better friend to some people in your life, how you can show up more positively for other people, and hopefully you take away something from this interview. Everyone wants love and wants to be seen, and I think the best place to start asking how we can do that better and how we can show up in people's lives better is just straight up asking, just being honest and talking about our feelings openly, what we do and don't like, how we prefer to be shown love. Hopefully, by practicing this open honesty, there can be more loving and supportive communication between friends. I hope to keep fostering that as we're coming out of the pandemic.
I'm Ellie Gary, and I know Emma through Maya mostly. That's how we became friends.
My name is Mary Hoffman, and I know Emma through Maya.
Yes, my name is Bailey Eliason. I know Emma because we met freshman year and we have the same birthday and we lived together last year.
My name's Ella, and I know Emma through we met at MyAd freshman year.
My name is Morgan Pope, and I have been Emma's friend for a very long time.
I don't really know. I don't know if I necessarily think of like love separately in like categories often, but I describe it, I guess, as like a person that you feel a lot of love for, but you're not gonna like try to make out with.
It's a difficult thing to define, I think. I see platonic love as just like caring for someone deeply and like wanting to care for them and like make sure they're happy as well. It's like you want to succeed with them. I don't know. Thinking about it in a school setting is weird.
I would define platonic love by any very like strong love or connection that you feel with a friend. I think platonic love can be a lot of things. It can be like just caring for another person, but it can also be like having like, I don't know, like cuddles with your friend and stuff like that too, and hugging your friends. Just showing your friends that you love them and care about them.
Platonic love. I think it's like pretty similar to like any type of love. You just like really care about someone and want the best for them, and obviously like you have a good time with them, and yeah, just like someone you really care about and like to be around.
I think it's like an understanding of each other and like what you both like, I don't know, making sure each other is comfortable. And yeah, I haven't really thought about it too much, honestly.
That's cool. That's a good answer though.
Thanks. That's platonic love, is justifying my answer to make me more comfortable.
Just like through like the friends throughout my life. I'm trying to think of like recent things, like because I feel like I have pretty good friends now, which is nice. Like throughout the years, it was like different, and like I don't know, I moved around a lot, but like now I feel a lot more settled in it. And I would say, like Candace, for example, is often like someone that I feel like a lot of platonic love for. Like she's often shows up for me even when I don't like necessarily know I need it. Like yesterday even, just like I couldn't open a New York Times article and she was just like on it right away. She was like, no, we gotta figure this out for you. And it's just like things like that, like people just making extra effort to like help me in my life and like be there for me.
For me personally, I would say that it's just when we're just like chilling together, I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm not a very active person, so I like to just kind of be comfortable at home, and if there's a friend there, then that just makes it better. Like, we can enjoy the comfort of just being inside together, or, you know, outside on a walk, all that kind of stuff. I don't know, I feel platonic love from my friends when I can just like listen to them talk about things that they love. I love, I don't know, I love to listen to my friends' passions and hear about things that they care about, and the fact that they want to tell that kind of stuff to me makes me feel, I don't know, it makes me feel special. It makes me feel happy that I have somebody that, you know, they're a whole other person and they care about all their own little things, and I just get to be here for the ride and hear all about it. It makes me really happy.
Yeah. I feel like I grew up with like a lot of like social anxiety, and going back to like moving around a lot, like I often felt like left out and like I didn't have a lot of friends. So like that still kind of comes back when like I don't know, I don't see my friends for a while or feel like I'm not hanging out with them. I get kind of like I get in my head about it, and like I'll be like, oh, they don't love me anymore because I don't see them, or like, oh, they're all hanging out without me. It's just like silly stuff like that, but sometimes I feel that way still, which yeah, I've tried to grow past it a bit because I realize it's not always like black and white like that. But
That comes in a lot when people take advantage of me and like other people. So like I'll invite them to do like, or like if they want to wear my clothes or something, they can, but I ask them to ask me about it. And like when they just don't acknowledge me, I guess that's kind of like, it doesn't feel very platonic in any way.
Oh, I guess I don't feel loved in a friendship situation when like we're not like talking a lot about stuff. Like I'm a big talker and I love talking to people and I love talking to my friends and going to them for advice and like having them come to me for advice and just sharing what's going on and whatnot. And if there's not as much communication there, it's like harder and I feel less loved, I guess.
I feel not seen in a friendship when it just doesn't seem like you can really like get together anymore, or like it's just like sometimes your friendships fade out and it's just like not the same because like you can grow in different directions.
I guess maybe if they kind of don't really explain why they don't want to hang out with me, I guess in that case it really isn't, they're not really a friend at all. I guess if somebody doesn't want to take the time to know who you are as a person, then you know that they're not going to be a good friend for you. That's kind of happened a lot of times throughout my life with my friendships because I'm not really the best at talking about my feelings or about myself, so, and like my own problems. So if somebody kind of notices that and doesn't like it, then I know we're not gonna be really good friends. Like, I think it's both helped and like made me rethink a lot of things. Like COVID hit when I was in my senior year of high school, and I was just getting to the point where like I felt like comfortable in my space and like who I was, and I was starting to make more of those like platonic relationships and like friendships, and then like when COVID hit, I was like, oh, I only have my partner, and I was like, oh, interesting. But then everyone else was going through that, and it seemed like everyone was like, I want to reach out to people. So it kind of like raised the need for platonic love, I guess, if that makes sense. But like you became so dependent on people that you really became to like care for them and love and appreciate them, in like a healthy way.
I feel like in the very beginning it like affected it a lot. I feel like because I felt very isolated but then also like it made me feel very like grateful for like the few people I still did have. Like, yeah, so it made me appreciate that a lot. Like I was around like my friend Nita and Candace, and it really really made me realize how much I needed it too, because like not having multiple like people to talk to was like difficult at times.
Yeah, I think that the pandemic definitely has a big role because a lot of us are just separated, and even now when the mask mandate is gone in Milwaukee for most places, it's still you have friends that have like certain illnesses where they have to have a mask on, or like they can't go certain places, like it's like a host party or something like that, or like out to eat without masks because they risk getting sick, and that's not good. And also I feel like I'm like re-isolated because of my ankle. So I like just like sit home all day, and I only really see like my roommate and Ray, and then I see you when you.
I feel like, well, this isn't about friendships maybe, or it's a little bit about friendships, but I noticed like kind of with my family, I don't know if this is like answering the question, but like I would never, I like talk to them more when COVID happened, like my extended family, like my aunts and like cousins and stuff, like we would get on like a family Zoom call and like talk to each other, and like that would have never happened before COVID. It was just like, oh, because we can't see each other, like let's just like talk on a Zoom call. And I'd like, because I never like I don't live in the same place as my family, so I wouldn't really do that, and they wouldn't really do it either. But since they couldn't see each other, it'd be like, oh, family Zoom call, and I'd like talk to my grandparents and my cousins and aunts and everyone, and it's like we would have never done that. But because of COVID, like in that aspect, it like brought us together more, I guess.
I guess right now I feel pretty content with like where I'm at. Things have been really good, like love wise. I just hope it's like a consistent thing because that seems to be a scary thought.
Maybe just through, I would love to go on trips with my friends again. I don't know, I haven't done that in a while. I feel like that would be really fun, just like having a whole time where that's all I'm kind of surrounded by.
I love hugs. Like I'm a big hugger. I come from a really big family of hugging, so I love when I hug my friends, and I love getting gifts from my friends and receiving gifts from my friends, especially when we make things, because a lot of us are crafty, you know. I remember you made me this drawing up there, which I love, and it's extra special because you made it for me.
Thank you.
I don't know, I could definitely reach out to friends more. I feel like I don't reach out to people enough. And like I expect that we have that communication. I'm like, I don't communicate it. But I feel like people are just bad. Like even myself at like when you, it's easy to be like, oh, like I love communication, but then like when it actually comes time to, you're like, sometimes, you know.
I don't know, I feel like I have some good friends at the moment, and I feel like I have a lot of platonic love going on. I feel like just maybe some more platonic love out of my current roommate. But other than that, I feel pretty loved by my friends, which is good. So I feel like I'm lucky in that aspect.
I guess just friends understanding that I might not always reach out to them because you know, if they're there for me after long stretches of time where I just like feel like I gotta be alone for whatever reason, then I just like, I always appreciate that people will just be cool with picking up where we left off. And I know that's not always realistic, but if that is there, then that's definitely platonic love to me. Yeah.